Hey there YouTube, this is SJM4306 back with another video. This time, I'm installing actual overhead lights because this is a corner of my workshop right now. I have a tiny little window which barely any light gets through, and it's pitch dark at night obviously. And all I have is this recessed lighting, which isn't great. I've been using this flex arm lamp here, which is okay, but she gets very hot after like 10 minutes of operation, and you do kind of have to put it like right above what you're doing to see what you're doing, so not so great. So over here, pardon for the mess, I'm still organizing stuff, but over here a company very kindly reached out to me with a LED high bay light, which is sort of an industrial light, I think. Like, this is actually made for factories and stuff. So this guy, you can see the model number is HB012. I believe this was somewhere around the $100 price range. But most importantly, it works within my voltage range, 105 watts, 50-60 hertz, and 5,000 K the color temperature, and it has a very high CRI, so that should be significantly better than the lighting that I'm using right now. And it's one of these like fluorescent type looking things, and it is super bright. I've already tested it. Okay, I want to make this explicitly clear before we get into anything. If you aren't a qualified like electrician, or you're not comfortable wiring mains, high voltage kind of stuff, just get this installed by a professional. This isn't particularly difficult. They should probably be able to do it like in like half an hour or something like that. But yeah, obvious warnings. If you do decide to install one of these yourselves, you're on your own. Any kind of damage or fire or anything that happens out of that, you're fully responsible for. I'm not telling you guys you should follow the exact same route and wire it exactly the way that I did. So, disclaimer out of the way, let's get into it. It does not come with this IEC connector wired. They expect you to wire it straight into the wall, or whatever mains wiring you have. But I wanted to use an IEC connector to keep everything kind of separated mains wise. And here we go. So I took just a computer power supply IEC connector. I have it all heat shrunk in. I grounded it. It's earth to the grounding earth bolt there. We have the live and neutral going straight into here, and there are two extra wires, the purple and the pink. And so with this constant current driver, if you put a potentiometer between that, you can actually adjust the brightness. I might do that at some point in the future. I just tucked the wires here. There's like kind of these wire nut sort of things that I can just stick wires in there and stick a potentiometer at some point in the future. This side is the output that goes into the LED string. So I guess all that's left is I'm going to take these mounting brackets, and I've already strung 2x4s up there. So there we go. If I turn on the light, I've already strung 2x4s, and then the chains that they come with. It comes with 2 of those chains. Strung them up there. And we're going to use these mounting brackets and get this all mounted up inside the ceiling. Well, not really quite inside the ceiling. I have sort of these half tiles, so it's not wide enough. I would have to take out the divider and sort of take out another panel. I don't want to do that, so I'm going to suspend it just underneath the drop ceiling. Have a bit of a gap. There'll be a hole in the ceiling for now, but whatever. And we'll get it mounted. And so just give me a sec to do that. I'm going to do this bit off camera, though. Just before we get going, I wanted to add there are a couple mounting solutions. So obviously you can use these hooks, and you can mount them through these oblong holes in the case. So that's one option. I guess you could put the chains directly in here. That might not be such a good idea. I don't know the rating of those chains and whatnot. You can use eye hooks on the other end into the ceiling. Make sure you get you have a strong enough beam to put this into, and the eye hooks that you get are rated for the weight, because this guy weighs probably a good 10 or 15 pounds, so you're going to need to account for that. Or there's these like screw holes all over the unit. There's some here mounted on the periphery and whatnot, so you could actually mount some kind of custom rig for that. I'm just going to use the chains that it came with, as well as these sort of V-hooks. Okay, so I have it installed sort of impromptu. It's not straight. I just have it kind of saddled over the, oh wait, give me a sec. There you go. You can see what I'm talking about now. I have it saddled over the 2x4s that I have cross-linking over the, those other things. The light is like, it's heavier than I would be comfortable mounting directly to this drop ceiling, but not so heavy that I'm going to think it's going to pull those, I'm going to break the chains or pull those 2x4s out on its own. I am going to need to straighten it though. It's just sort of sitting impromptu, as well as I need to then cut a tile, cut little notches in the side so I can drop a tile down to tidy up the ceiling. That'll be a project for later. I just wanted to get this installed now and give you guys a demo. So here's my workbench. I'm going to turn off the light again. So this is how it looks with just the little, recessed lighting. So really, it looks actually dimmer in real life than my camera is showing. So not great. I have this this flex arm light, and it's better, but it's definitely like cold fluorescent territory. So it's harsh on the eyes. The colors look kind of not accurate. So yeah, this is not ideal, but I've been working this way for like a couple years by now. So definitely makes my eyes get tired much faster. And I get plenty of light, yeah, sure. And I can adjust this. But like I said, this guy gets pretty toasty if I leave it on for too long. So I wanted a better solution. So let me plug this guy in. I'm going to stop the camera. I don't want to accidentally slip and electrocute myself. Give me one sec. Okay, and we're back, and super blinding light. This is pumping a lot of lumens. I don't know if you guys can really tell. The color temperature is really good, though, compared to the this fluorescent. Skin tones look very cold and like abnormally bluish. Here, I can definitely see like plenty of pink in my hand and whatnot, so it looks more natural. My eyes, it's a little bit too bright. But like I said, you can add a potentiometer to adjust the brightness, which is going to be the next step that I add. I'm kind of tempted to add like an ESP8266 Wi-Fi controller and make like a wireless remote for it or something, or maybe like just add an Arduino with an IR sensor so I can use a remote to digitally control the brightness without having to like reach up and twist a knob or something. Anyway, these are all future sort of things, but yeah, you can see, I mean, yeah, it looks really bright to me, much brighter than this little lamp. I left it on for like a good 10 minutes and the casing for it barely seemed warm. So obviously, it's well thermally designed, at least for like the 10 minutes that I ran it. And it's running full brightness. I do not need it this bright. So what I'm probably going to end up doing is like cutting the brightness in half, and that should be plenty enough. But yeah, plenty bright enough for me to work under here. So yeah, this is probably just going to be an ongoing project. If I do design some kind of controller for it, I will definitely give you guys a future update, just backing up a little bit. I have an extension cord running to here. I'm not going to have it this way. What I'm probably going to likely do is have the IEC cord up there and install some sort of fireproof junction box into the mains, and yeah, add some kind of way to wirelessly control it. Because right now, it's getting power as soon as the cord's plugged in. There's no way to actually control it. You can't control the brightness. It's just on whenever it's plugged in, which is not ideal, but it's pumping out way more lumens than I actually need. So the area of light, too, these are meant to go like 10 or 15 feet, like, much higher up into the air within a factory kind of setting, a manufacturing floor. So right now, it's probably only like 7 feet or 8 feet off the ground, something like that. So, and it's the light spill is actually pretty wide too. So it's lighting up quite a bit of the area around it, like where my 3D printers are and whatnot. So yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with that. So I only need this one light. I was thinking maybe I might need to get a second one over there for the corner, because I was planning on setting up more 3D printers on this rack. But yeah, already that is working significantly better than the, puny little recessed lighting things that I have right now. So yeah, I'm going to run all the wiring up inside the wall, add some kind of controls or whatever. That'll be a future video if you guys are interested, or if you just have suggestions for like products that I could use to do that easily enough. Some kind of Wi-Fi controlled socket thing. Put them down below. If not, I might actually just make a project out of this and build my own like wireless control socket thing that can turn this on and off and control the brightness as well. But as for now, I just have it tied to to an extension cord here. That's definitely not going to be permanent, and this was just for demonstration purposes. Anyway, if you guys are interested in getting something more professional lighting solutions than I did, you can check the link down below, and they sell a lot of different models, smaller ones, larger ones, brighter ones, dimmer ones, whatever you need. They do a lot of different color temperatures as well, I'm pretty sure. So if you are interested in installing something like this in your garage or your basement workshop, check them out. It seemed pricing is really good, and they're built like tanks. I definitely have no concern over this burning out anytime soon. I can just reach up here, and it's like barely warm. And we're already running, about 6 minutes into this video, and it's like lukewarm, the metal on the back there that's acting as a heat sink for all the LEDs. So yeah, anywho, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.